Have you ever fought for a country that would not fight for you or shed blood for a flag that barely acknowledges your name? Well, black soldiers have done both, again and again, and still their stories are buried, but not here. Today, we're unlocking the powerful, overlooked legacy of black service members in every major U.S. war, from the Revolutionary War to Iraq. We've been on the front lines, often first in the fight, but last in the textbooks. Before we get started, if you believe that Black history is more than a month and should be told honestly all year long, go ahead and subscribe to Unlocking Black History right now. And if you're a parent, grandparent, teacher, or guardian committed to teaching the truth the system won't, then this channel is for you. You can also join our private Facebook group where we go even deeper. The link is in the description below. Accepting the truth that erasure of Black history is happening in real time is difficult to wrap your head around. The very idea that this is being attempted intentionally is mind-blowing. Well, maybe for some. But let's be clear, this is not a conspiracy. Here are the facts. Dozens of books by Black authors discussing race and injustice are being banned across school districts and from libraries. The state of Florida's Stop Woke Act restricts the honors teaching of race and historical truths. Texas curriculum downplays slavery and the Civil War and ignores systemic discrimination post-emancipation. Arkansas is denying college credit for AP African American history. Recent efforts have tried to strip Medgar Evans and Harriet Tubman's name from U.S. Navy ships. The Department of Defense removed content about Jackie Robinson and Harriet Tubman from public sites, only reinstating them after public outrage. The pattern is clear, but here's the thing. I won't be silent, and neither should you. The more we tell our stories, the more they will live on. Black servicemen and women have played pivotal roles in every U.S. war, fighting for a country that often refused to fight for us. In the Revolutionary War, roughly 5,000 black soldiers, both free and enslaved, served in the Continental Army. Some served in the British Army, hoping for liberty. Let's talk about James Amistad Lafayette. A black spy who posed as a runaway slave gained access to General Cornwallis's inner circle and became a double agent for the Americans. He directly influenced the outcome of the battle at Yorktown, which was the turning point in American independence. In the Civil War, over 180,000 black men fought as a part of the United States colored troops. Now, let's chew on that for a minute. Here they are, fighting for the country, yet they weren't deemed worthy enough to be grouped with the white soldiers. Now, what screams, "We'll take your bloodshed for our cause," but not your desire to be considered equal to the white race? More than that, men who once enslaved donned the uniform and became the very enforcers of emancipation. Yes, in Texas, on Juneteenth, white slaveholders faced what they feared the most: black soldiers with guns, as they were enforcing Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation. In World War I, more than 350,000 black service members served, many in labor and support roles. But the Harlem Hellfighters of the 369th Infantry fought with unmatched valor under French command. In World War II, over 1 million black Americans served, from the Tuskegee Airmen to the 761st Tank Battalion and the 6888th Central Postal Directed Battalion, better known as the 688. We served in every capacity, even while fighting against Jim Crow at home. In the Vietnam War, over 300,000 black Americans served. Although the black population represents only 12% of the U.S. population, we represented up to a quarter of the combat troops. This is a fact that we need to burn in. 25% of black service members served in combat arms in Vietnam, yet of the 268 Medal of Honor recipients for that campaign, 20 medals were presented to black service members. Yes, 27%. And let's not overlook that they were serving despite widespread discrimination amongst the ranks and at home. In Operation Desert Shield, Desert Storm, over 104,000 black Americans served, making up 20% of all deployed personnel. I was one of them. I served as a flight medic in the 4th and the 507th Air Ambulance Company, supporting the 1st Infantry Division when they led the initial breach into Iraq. We were there, doing the work, saving lives, and showing up with excellence. Let's not forget General Colin Powell and Lieutenant General Calvin Waller, who led with power, dignity, and precision, and with an extremely high degree of professionalism, unlike many of the unqualified individuals we see in leadership today. In Afghanistan and Iraq, black Americans made up 24% of the entire U.S. Army, once again, higher than our population share. Approximately 14,000 black women served in Iraq alone, representing about 40% of who served on active duty during the Iraq War. We were not just present, we were essential. Over my 20 years of service, I've done more than just fight for this country. I've raised the flag, lowered the flag, folded the flag, and presented the flag to grieving families. I've stood over caskets of fallen soldiers and saluted them with my own tears. I've lived out the appropriate acts of patriotism without an apology. As a proud black combatant veteran, I refuse to let anyone, especially those with some warped sense of the act, define to me how I am to exhibit patriotism. And I know for a fact, I am not alone. So while others try to erase us, we remember. While they try to silence us, we speak. While they attempt to bury our names, we build legacies. Our contributions will not be forgotten, not now, not ever. And if this resonates with you, share it, comment, teach it to someone younger. And if you're building a home library or homeschool curriculum, my book recommendation for this week is Strength for the Fight, A History of Black Americans in the Military by Bernard C. Naughty. You'll find it in our full Black History Library linked in the description. Now, don't forget to subscribe so you'll never miss a new video. And join our private Facebook group where the conversations continue and our stories are passed down the right way. Because if we don't tell it, they will erase it. And we're not about to let that happen, not on our watch. I'll see you at the next video.